Portions of our programming have been pre-recorded. The Good Neighbor Network, WGNS, Murfreesboro, Smyrna. Flagship station for MTSU Sports. The views and opinions on this show are those of the hosts, guests, and callers, and are not necessarily those of WGNS, its management, other hosts, or advertisers.
Up. This is Ed Raymer, the Heavenly Raymer Show. And we're playing Stiff Upper Lip. Jeff Crum's with us tonight. Connor's on the board. We're going to have a great time, great show here. We're glad to be with you. Okay, Connor, thank you. And this is the Heavenly Raymer Show. Out here, and I'm Ed Raymer, your host and show's producer. Studios WGNS AM 1450, 100.5, 101.9 FM, right here in the heart of the great volunteer state, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And you can reach me and Jeff tonight with your questions and comments at 615-893-1450. And now you can also send us a text to that number, and Connor will be glad to read it over the air. Give it to me or Jeff. We'll be glad to read it for you. For those of you that may be a little bit too high or too shy that don't want to go on the air with us, we understand. How do you reach us? Okay, well, the good old-fashioned radio, AM or FM. Of course, as you know, you can find us. My wife listens on Alexa. You can find us on TikTok. I have one friend that listens on iHeartRadio, or he found me there, I don't know. But the best way tonight, immediately we're on YouTube Live at News Radio WGNS, and the same thing on Facebook Live. We're on both. So tune us in. Be glad to have it. And you can catch all my shows on YouTube that are there for the last, I think, about 3 years, more or less. So, and I'll tell you what, you can also download the WGNS app, take WGNS with you wherever you go, listen whenever you wish. And listen to the Angies every once in a while, the Simplicity at 6 o'clock. They just left here. Fine folks doing some good things, feeding people, taking care of people in this county, doing what they're supposed to be doing. Great gals, great job, great show, and great guests. And also, you hear Jason Qualls. You got great financial advice. He's got good guests, and he knows what he's doing, and all the other stuff. And, of course, Brian, thank goodness, is doing fine, and John, I think, is doing better. And they're going to be back. Of course, we'll be getting into sports when the kids get back into school. So, always doing a great job with that. So, let's talk with Mr. Jeff Crum. Jeff, how are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
I'm going to shut up now and let you talk.
It.
No, thank you. I appreciate you coming up here. Now, you ran 4 years ago.
Yes, sir. I did. I ran for the state 13 House 4 years ago. Ran against Mr. Representative Stevens. And
right.
I've been out of the political scene for since that time. And how I got involved in the District 13 race was I got a call from Mr. Matt Fee about 3 months ago.
I've heard of him.
Yes,
yeah.
sir. And he was asking me, he called and asked, he said they needed someone to run in District 5, and they knew I lived in District 5. And I somewhat hesitated. I asked him, I said, Matt, can I think about it for a minute? And in doing that, I said I probably need to make a phone call, and I called Hope Oliver. And
right.
I asked Hope, we've talked about Hope. I asked Dr. Hope, I said, Hope, or you think you're making a difference? And she's very honest with me. She said, yes, I do. And from that point, because I knew the way the commission is somewhat stacked, for lack of a better word,
yes, sir.
I made the decision that I would throw my hat in the ring, as they would say, and
right.
Here we are.
Yeah, and once you do it, I think you're the type of fellow. Once you do it, you go forward, don't look back, and just.
Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you made the decision to do it.
Katie bar the door, as
sure,
they would say.
That's
and let's
exactly
go.
right.
Yes.
Sure. And now, what are you hearing from the voters? And I ask all of our guests this that come up here. What are you hearing from? What do you hear?
I think that from the Democratic perspective is that they're surprised a lot of times that a Democrat is on the ballot.
I know.
Yeah, and
we went for years and there weren't.
Yes, you're exactly right.
And I understand that.
I think that is one of the hurdles I think that we have to get over, and knocking doors and pushing our social media, as we talked about, to let them know that there is a candidate out there.
That's right.
And they're happy that there is a candidate out there. And it's one of those things that I think with the political agenda that has gone over the last few years, that
Yes,
we've been kind of the Democratic Party has been kind of shy on running, and understandable in certain aspects. But with that, this year, I mean, and I have seen a tremendous difference from the standpoint of what I did in 22 to where we are now.
Oh, yeah.
As we talked, there are 17 running for commissioner.
That's right.
In the Democratic.
And we didn't have that for you. And we, you know.
Oh, no, not at all.
And
Well,
then 8 years ago, forget it.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're exactly right. Yeah.
We just batting the hatches and said, well, we'll come out of it if we, well, that's not going to work.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, you've got to get out there.
As we talked about earlier, it is some outstanding people running, and just for in the commissioner, I mean,
I know.
I'm proud to be part of the ones that are out here running, but there are intelligent folks. They know
That's
what's
exactly
going
right.
on. They
Yeah.
know what's going
Right.
on in the politics in the county and the country and the state. And I've met the congressional candidates, and they're outstanding. And so it's I believe that we're turning that page. I think we're putting ourselves back out there and understanding that we have the ability to win. But from that perspective, the voters have to turn out.
Sure.
That's the
but
key.
Here's the thing. I think now we've got some candidates, if they're first time out, and I know I've had one or two up here on the Democrat side that are, they're a little timid, and they don't, and that's understandable. That's fine. I don't ever see you as being timid, but
I don't think I've ever been
timid.
No one's
about
ever
it.
accused me of that. Yes.
Me.
I'm sure there's people who accuse me of other things, but I don't know
I
about
know
being
that.
timid.
Yeah, but the confidence is much higher now.
Oh, yes.
Than it's been.
Yeah.
And I think the confidence in your constituency is much higher. You've got people out there. I mean, Pat Clement is knocking everybody's door. Well, they live in his district or not.
He is.
He doesn't care.
Yes,
and he's saying,
Pat, maybe
get
listen.
with
I'm
it.
not
I know
with
he
Pat.
is.
I'm
Yeah.
not with Pat. He has. When you go out, he has an agenda. He knows what he's doing.
Sure.
He's very precise, and he tells you what needs to be done and
he'll
where you
let
need
you
to go.
know. And he's, if all else fails, he'll stand on the corner and just wave at people.
You're exactly right. Yes.
And I admire the person that does that.
Well, there's a boldness to that.
Sure it is.
And I think it's maybe it comes to that we're not ashamed.
No.
We're not ashamed to
Be a
say, hey, I'm running
Democrat.
the Democrat. And we're all, again, we're just as I look at the Republican Party, Democratic Party, we're all individuals, and we all may not believe the exact same thing from in our party.
We don't. We never have.
No, and that's part of the beauty of the party system, that we all don't have to agree on everything. If we do, there's no sense in having a debate.
Right.
But the bottom line is if we can, just with the individuals that I'm running with and have spoken with, that there's a camaraderie from the standpoint of we want change, but we also don't want to beat anybody up to get that change.
No,
we
no
want it to
sense
be,
in all that. Yeah.
it's one of those things. We want everybody to have their voice. Yeah.
Right. Yep. Well, I'm glad you're here, and thank you for doing this. I
Oh,
always
hey,
think you're
thank you.
we appreciate
I reached
it.
out because this is. I like to get on here because I know it's kind of like I don't know if people listen or the age group of Johnny Carson. When they were on Johnny Carson, and the comedians got a thumbs up. That's how you made it. So
Well,
come in here. That's how you make it.
No, we've got a group of people that listen that never call. We've
Right.
got a lot of people, but I will run into them, a lot of them this week, and they'll, hey, I heard you guy you had on. That's pretty cool. He's a good guy. Or said, he said something. I don't know about the part that he said. That's fine. That's what it's all about.
That's exactly right. Yeah.
That is it. I mean, and then, if they, whatever, I don't care, but they're listening. They are. And they're very bold to come up, and, hey, I had a guy just just yesterday.
Uh-huh.
He said, "Look, I'm going to look you up." He said, "I heard you heard that you're on radio, and I want to look you up." I said, "Well, here's my card. You can tune in Sunday night, 8:00. Hopefully, he's listening, and I want to be friends with you on Facebook and blah 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 and all that, and it's great." I mean, and people.
Well, it's
finally,
great that you can go. Some people may not be able to listen on Sunday night at 8:00.
Sure,
but you can go back and you can listen
Sure.
to the show, and that's it.
And we've got a number of people who won't listen to this show until Tuesday or Wednesday or maybe even
There you
Thursday
go.
this coming
But
week.
back in my day, that didn't happen. It
Was
was
one shot. Yeah, in our day, yeah. Your day, my backside, our day. I'm older than you.
Well,
Yes, back in the last century. I get so tired of saying
exactly.
that.
Yes, sir.
Connor, I'm sorry. Did you have something for me? I'm sorry. I didn't. You look like you might have had something.
No, I'm just getting some crackers.
Yeah.
Did he bring them to share?
No, Angela is feeding these boys like they're starving to death, and Angela Bingham, bless her heart, get out. Crap.
It seemed like they're doing a great job.
Well, they're putting everything they've got into it, and I'll tell you that. What have you learned since you've learned? This is your second time around,
Yes,
and undoubtedly you've learned some stuff about people or about yourself or whatever. Undoubtedly you believe in the system or you wouldn't be doing it again.
Exactly. The first time around, I really learned that it takes a village, and only from the standpoint of you can have the desire, but it also takes people understanding that you have that desire and helping out and reaching out to people that know things about the campaign that you don't know, and you learn by experience. And again, our budget, mine for a commissioner and that sort of thing, is not anything like a congressional seat.
Sure,
but
right.
But in turn, you have to budget your money. You have to look for opportunity that is the best for reaching your audience, your voter pool. And that is one thing that I've tried to do. We talked my social media has really
Unbelievable.
well,
I've seen it.
appreciate
I'm telling you, this is, folks, if you're in this man's district, you need to look Jeff Crum up. I'm telling you.
Well,
I mean, and they can find you somehow, some way.
They can. Can I say it right now?
Well,
'Cause
sure you can. You can say anything you want. Sure.
All they
Yeah,
need
go
to
right
do
ahead.
is they can go to _Jeff Crum, and my Facebook is Jeff Crum for Rutherford County Commission, and from there they can go to my TikTok. They can go to, we're fixing to do YouTube. I have Instagram. I have a tremendous social media manager, and she has done a terrific job. And she's going to start helping some other people, and I'm very proud for her. But she has done a great job, and that has been a blessing from the standpoint.
Isn't that amazing? Yeah,
Yes.
that people can do that, because I don't know anything about social. I love spitting on Facebook and fighting with people and bickering back and forth, and that's fine. But I mean, it can be used. What you guys are into.
Well, I'm a pretty honest person. I'm just going to tell you that the way it was. I was trying to put photos on Facebook myself, and I don't know if Kathy Watts is listening to this. But
she's probably
she probably is. But I sent out a Facebook, and I never have owned up to this, but I sent out a Facebook, and she and Kelly, they text each other back and forth, and it came through on my feed, and they said, "I think Jeff's been hacked." And it was me hacking myself.
You've hacked yourself.
And from that, I realized, hey, Jeff, you got to do something. And I shout out to, as we talked about, shout out to Motlow State. I went to Motlow State, taught the administration there, and they got me in touch with, and I don't.
You can give her name. I don't care.
Okay, with Sarah Farnsworth, and she has done a great
Farnsworth.
job. Got me in touch with her, and she has turned everything around. But the bottom line is, and I guess, if you can equate this back being a commissioner, we may not know all the answers, but we need to go to the people who do know the answers.
Sarah, you will be receiving a call from a fellow by the name of Ed Raymer probably this week if you haven't already. Yeah. I'll tell you what, if we can't, I'll tell you what, Jeff, let's go to our first break. Connor, Is that all right with you? Let's go to our first break if you can put them crackers down just long enough. And don't get the crumbs in the board. Scott will be all over me over that. And, this is Ed Raymer with the Ed and Willie Raymer Show. Jeff Crum is here. He's one of your vote. and for county commission in District 5. Am I correct there? Make sure I'm right. District 5. And we're going to take a quick break here. Back with you right after this. Stay with us. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. You know, they've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. You know, J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or aa.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. You know, they've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard right here in Murfreesboro. You know, J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. All right, and we are back. Ed Raymer for the Heavenly Raymer Show. Jeff Crum is our guest, and we will take your calls. If you want to call people, please do so. Jeff, you're talking about talking to people.
Yes, sir.
A lot of people, constituents, want to be talked to today. They I think they've been neglected, and even maybe so by their own party, by Democrats and Republicans.
They do, but it's the engagement process, just like anything, is if you can overcome that first, engagement aspect of just letting them know that you're there, just trying to present who you are, and not try to force anything down their throat, but just engage and just talk and let them know what you're trying to do. Let them know that you have ideas and that possibly could make things better. And with that being said, just start the conversation. And because it's about people understanding who you are as an individual.
Sure. And
that makes a difference I think once they understand once they see who you are, then they have the idea, or they have that realize that you're a real person and you're just not out here being a cardboard person. Yes.
Yeah, that you work a job for a living and you've had to pay taxes just like everybody else. And,
you're exactly right.
You know, I've had Rob Mitchell up here many times in the last 14 years, and that I've been here. And And you see, nobody likes to pay taxes, but Rob is he'll tell you, if it's a tax, call it a tax.
You're right.
And most people, if you go to them when you win commissioner and go to these people and say, look, we're going to have a 1% tax increase, and here's why. And explain it to people, not just we're going up 3% on taxes. Why? Well, don't worry about it. Just we got to do it. That's not good enough anymore.
Well, I actually was listening to the budget committee today, the commissioner, and they're talking about the jail, and which is a very hot topic from that standpoint. And I think they realize that something's going to have to. There were proposals put out there that they were talking to the finance that possibly they wouldn't have to raise taxes and that sort of thing. But if they're going to go after what they want, I mean, it's a huge project. And
gigantic.
Yes, it's a huge project.
Much bigger than a school.
Oh,
it is, because this building runs literally. Now, schools run 12, 14 hours a day. There's no doubt about that. But this building is 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. And Sheriff Fitch, you sat right there where you did. And they had, for example, when he came aboard, and I think he's Republican, but I think he's done a remarkable job out there, because he had a mess when he got there.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Okay.
No, he did. And he said, we have right now an elevator that's not working, and we can't get parts for it. At that time, they couldn't. I don't know if they ever did.
Well, that's the individual that's doing a study. I think it's a management group that's gone in and done the study, and he was actually explaining everything to the budget committee. And right now they're looking at two different proposals, and one for redoing the old jail. But he brought that up about those working elevators. There's only two elevators, and it's a vertical building, not a horizontal building. That was one thing that they're looking at the new, that they were thinking it'd be horizontal. And he said that you don't realize how much activity goes on in a jail, and one of those go down, and what happens is it shuts a lot of things of the operation down. So I think from a commission standpoint, now if they vote on that before the new commission comes in, that's their prerogative. But it's something that the county itself, that's a major project you're looking at, just as and the other one I think is the landfill. I think that's going to be.
But now on the jail, if I can, and the landfill is, the goodness knows, great day,
Right. Kind of stinks.
I know. We've talked about it enough here.
Right.
But the jail itself, didn't the state give us a limit of like 4 to 5 years? This has got to be done. That's a mandate that has to be.
From what I'm gathering from everything, there is there's kind of restrictions that you have to meet the codes, and you have to do so something has to be set in place, from what I'm understanding.
Sure.
And that's why there is I believe there's somewhat of a time frame that they have to get that in place. But now they're looking at a piece of property that they may have to go in and litigate on, or whatever the case may be. And with all that being said, that may string out the time. But I think if they're in the process, they can do that. And again, I don't know everything, but it was an extremely interesting budget meeting that they're talking about, and it was very in depth. And you're talking. I mean, when you're talking about a project, you're talking about $348 million project.
300, every bit
over
of it.
Over a 5-year period,
It'll be at least $400 million, I'd say, by the time they're done.
After the fact.
And that's a whole lot of lettuce. That's a bunch.
That is.
And people should know how this is done. But another thing, you have to have companies that know what they're doing. This is a jail. This is not a complex, an apartment complex. You're
exactly right.
This is a building that's built to last at least 50 years.
I think that's one of the things that you look at it. Do you want to redo the existing one, or do you want to build a new one? If you redo the existing one, what's going to happen in 20 years?
Right.
You're going to have to go. So, do you bite your bullet now, or do you bite it later?
Well, as I understand, that building that we have now has sunk. I had heard that, and I don't know that for a fact. And they address some of that, and because they went over actually the physical aspect of what the jail itself, how the certain issues in it within the problems and that sort of thing. Sure.
And there's it sits in a floodplain. Yeah, sits in a 100-year
understand.
floodplain and a
Yes.
500-year floodplain, and there's
Right.
things that you have to go back and address and do all that. So there's all these factors that come in, and again, it's one of those things that is something that the commission has they'll have to address, and if they do it before the election, that's their prerogative, but if they do it afterwards, that's an issue.
I really doubt this is going to happen. This is a big
Oh,
thing.
it is a big.
We also have to build a couple of high schools. So, are you sure you really want this job?
I enjoy the challenge, and I enjoy the opportunity to the people that within my district that is one of the things that accountability from the standpoint of why I chose to run, that the accountability of every district is different from the geographical makeup and the residents population within those districts. And my district, which runs from the Hurricane Creek, basically up along Jefferson Pike, is it's older It's an older
Yes, it is.
established neighborhood.
Sure.
Now there's some growth going into it from apartment complexes, but those are established homes. They were built back in the 80s and 90s,
Sure.
and very community oriented in the neighborhoods.
Right.
And they're a little bit different from other districts in the county. So my purpose and my desire is to give them a voice.
Sure.
And that's something that you may not win every time that a vote comes up. Your decisions may not win, but you want to know that you're in the fight.
Well, you better get ready to answer questions from one of them. That'd be Hope Oliver. I never seen that woman ask questions, but
She does.
She's and people, what's that all about? It's just a simple question. I've watched these commission meetings, and it's funny. I mean, they don't know where did that question come from?
That was
that's part of it.
When I was at one of the meetings, and what I noticed and what brought me about it was Hope standing up and asking questions and not really having any. Sometimes there wasn't. I didn't see a whole lot of support behind that, and that's where I know she needs some help. She needs some help.
Gal ain't shy, baby. She ain't shy.
She needs some help.
all.
She asks some good, hard questions, and all you're asking is a question, and you've got the right to do that.
Yeah, you need to have some answers ready. And we've got a caller on the line. I hope you got some answers, Jeff. Because caller, go ahead. Ed Raymer here.
How you doing, Mr. Raymer?
Is this another Jeff?
Yes, it is.
Jeff Neal. Jeff, how are you, buddy?
I'm doing good, Mr. Raymer. How you doing?
Can't complain.
Tell the candidate. Hope the campaign is going well. I know the commission is a rough deal. Like Kevin Lee said, he asked you why you want to get into that pool, but I know you're doing it for the cash. I know every time you get more. I mean, it's just
Those big salaries they're paying.
the big money thing. I know politicians want to make that money, so I know you want to make it. But no, I was reading, like you guys talking about the jail. I was reading like Kevin Lee said, it'd probably be $400 million before it's over. But I've heard 375, 380, something like that before they. Yeah, and I think they want to build where they are now. Is that what you've heard?
Well, what I had heard, they're wanting to build out not where the jail is now, but the one out in the complex off Church Street, right down the way from us. You know what I'm talking about, Jeff?
Correct.
I think
Yes.
so.
Yeah,
I didn't know
because they got a workhouse out there, I believe.
They do.
Yeah.
They're the workhouse there. I think there's some training facilities down there already.
Right.
There's some things that are already existing. So what they're trying to do is they're just taking that. They're taking that and adding to it.
Yeah,
well,
I've served
they've already
papers in there before.
Have you really?
It's good. It's good complex.
Is it?
It's just
Yeah.
they've already got the land. In fact, I guess that'd be the best thing. Or like you say, it's a lot of money. Like you say, Lee, it runs 24 hours, 7 days a week, so they don't close. I mean, it ain't. It's kind of like Waffle House. It don't close.
Well, I hope the food's as good.
I hope hash brown's good anyway.
I'll tell you. Anything else, Jeff?
No, I was going to ask you, besides the line, I know we got, that's probably the two biggest issues in the city right now is the landfill and the jail, and I know he's talking about the schools. Now, I know they built, but they bought the land for, and I'm guessing, this is what I'm going to guess, it's probably that 2 or 3 years from now, they'll probably start to try. They've already bought the land for the new high school, like Poplar Hills, a middle school out there in elementary. They're going to put a high school. They've already bought the land from the guy that the school board bought it, got a really good deal on the land. So I don't know. Like you said, you've got to have a lot of land for that. So I don't know. To the candidate, are those the two biggest issues, and are there any other ones you can think? I mean, the unemployment rate is fairly low right now. I mean, it's not. Most people have jobs if they want them. I know with Bridgestone leaving and things like that. I know that's been a concern too. And Nissan's still here, but with the industries and stuff. But I just wanted to ask you about that. Everybody, I just want to tell you, I know how much of a Trump fan. I saw a T-shirt for this week. It said we classified 2 Trump supporters, 1 billionaires and 2 idiots. Check your bank account, see which one you are. So just wanted to get that out there. And Terry and Knox, hang in there, buddy. And
Can I ask a question to Jeff? Is that
Sure.
okay?
Hey, Jeff's got a question for you.
Okay, go ahead.
Jeff, what district do you live in?
I'm in District 13.
You turn out there for our candidates in 13. I appreciate it very much. If you know anybody over in 5, you tell them I'd appreciate their vote.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. So, but yeah, good luck with your campaign. I hope everybody gets out this next week. I know early voting.
All right, sir.
On Friday, and I hope everybody gets out and, like I said, make your voice heard. Push that button, and hopefully we'll get a record. Hopefully everyone's eyes will buck out in the direction that you'll see what turnout is. Eyes will bug out like Brian's up there.
I hope that.
I hope so.
Yeah. Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it.
Have a good week, y'all. Take care. See
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Jeff. Jeff Neal, good supporter of this broadcast and a supporter of WGNS. Okay, and now talking about your area.
Yes, sir.
Tell us where your boundaries are, if you could tell people in case they're listening.
District 5 sits as, we would say, the gateway to Rutherford County, because it begins right there at Hurricane Creek, runs down the corridors or Murfreesboro Road, and goes off toward Nashville, Old Nashville Highway. And I have a little bit of the west part of Smyrna. And we really don't go down to about, what I would say, the landmark, the Walmart. And
are you down Almaville Road area in there, or you're out on a little farther than that?
Maybe on the backside there.
Okay.
A little bit. Yes, sir.
Okay.
But it's generally a core district. Very much. There's a few paths or areas that were gerrymandered out. You kind of little cut through there, and
Sure.
District 1 Hope's butts up against me, and she is out toward the Lake Forest area out there.
Okay.
So we're right there together.
Okay.
And again, as I'd said, that my constituents more are some of the established neighborhoods, some that's been there since the 90s, and we're out toward the industrial area. We
Sure.
out toward
Sure.
24
Yep.
is. Borders is out on that area, so we've got a consolidated area. It's a good campaign area for not having to zigzag all the way around, just going to the neighborhoods and talking.
Right.
Yes,
It's
sir.
more concentrated and
Exactly.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
right.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
I'm sorry. Do we have a call? Okay, we have a call right now. Caller, go ahead, please. Go ahead.
What's going on, Ed? It's Sally. How you doing?
Well, I'm doing fine. How are you doing?
I'm really good. I just came from a family vacation at Paris Landing State Park in West Tennessee. Beautiful lodge, and it was a good time. It was a good time.
Well, I don't know if it was or not. You didn't invite me.
Well, I don't know if they really would have put us out, Ed. There were 25 of us, okay?
Okay.
And if we'd have added you to it, I don't know if we'd have made it that last night.
Okay.
Last night.
I've
They
got
probably
Jeff
would have
here.
escorted us out.
I've spent a lot of time up there at Paris Landing. We used to go out of Buchanan's Resort. You know where that is up there?
I don't. This is my first time going and fishing
Really?
on Kentucky Lake. We caught some good stuff. Yeah, I spend a lot of time at Center Hill Lake, but this is our first time going. It's beautiful. It's beautiful up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gentleman I just played football with ran that golf course up there at Paris Landings he just retired. Yeah.
Nice. Well, they played. My brother-in-law and nephews played 18 holes one day, so they said really nice things about the golf course. But yeah, I was calling in just to check in and see like how your campaign's going, while you're running, all the things. Like what's going on with the campaign.
Well, it's going really well, and I guess let me take a step back and tell you why I'm running. It's about, for me, the accountability, the aspect of the constituents in my district to have a voice, and that's my main focus, main purpose. The campaign itself has really begun to gather its momentum. I was speaking with Ed earlier before we talked, out there trying to push the signs, but social media wise, it's really ramped up, and also the work with my fellow candidates. We're doing a lot of we're having meetings. We're getting together from the standpoint of everybody is supporting each other. So the campaign's going well. What I'm wanting is for the voters to turn out. And that's what I'm really pushing with knocking on doors, getting your signs up to want people to get involved and realize that there is a Democratic candidate running in District 5, and I really would appreciate their vote.
I'll tell you, Sally, you've worked these campaigns, right?
Yep.
Yep, she's worked them from years past.
Oh, okay.
I want to tell you, so Jeff and I were talking just a while ago. There's a lot more confidence now than we've seen in a long time, and we've got good candidates. I don't know. Now I don't know how close you've followed this or not, because I know you follow it to a point, but you're not in it actively right now. I don't guess, but I don't know. But there's a lot more confidence, and I think the voters are becoming more confident in the candidates we have.
Well, I met Miss Angela Wynn. She's one of my neighbors. She's running for state senate, and
Right.
she said she knows you pretty well.
Oh, yeah.
And I do. I just want to support people that are running, and as Democrats, that's fine and great. I love that, and people that that are there to represent the people and that can speak to their constituents and want to talk about health care and the things that really matter for people, right? There's some things Tennessee's doing well. Maybe it is these state parks, because it was a beautiful facility I was at, but we know the real problems facing people today of, health care and lack of health care. Something else I want to come on and talk to you some about, Ed, is AI and how, people are really going to have to pivot the way they do things in their career.
Lord, I'll tell you. Yeah, tell me about it.
I
Yeah,
know. Well, people don't want to hear it, but they don't have an option.
You don't have an option. It's
You're
here.
not gonna
Yeah,
accept
it's
the internet.
here.
It's here. It's beyond here. And but no, I think it's great. I'm glad to hear that we have some really good local candidates running, and thank you, Ed, for having them on and getting the word out, because I really appreciate that, and giving people an option. I did, in the last election, went and supported Raquel Peebles and held a sign for her. And at a local level, I felt great that we were able to get some people in the Smyrna City Council during the last election, even though nationally things may not have gone the way I wanted them to go, right?
Sure.
At a local level, where it really does matter, we were able to get some people on the Smyrna City Council and keep some people that are there to give kind of that common sense voice. So.
But, Sally, you just said what we were talking about. It didn't go the way you had planned. It didn't go exactly like you wanted, but you're still in the process. You're still in it, and your people are in it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You don't just, just forget it, I quit. That's not going to get it. And I know. I felt that way. You and I both have,
Yeah.
I mean, we stood out there one night and cussed these Democrats from top to bottom. Yeah, I mean, that one night we were disgusted. I'm not kidding.
Right.
I don't know if you remember that or not, Sally, but we were really
I remember.
yeah,
I
we
remember.
were tired.
Right.
And, but
Well, it's one thing I
this
talked to
is
Angela
different.
about is that she's not, I don't know about the primary. She said that they were not doing the primaries and things like that, because that's what I told her. Like, it's hard
Right.
to get involved because
Sure.
we can't, if we don't have the money to fight each other, we don't have the money to fight anybody else, much less each other.
There you go.
I was grateful.
Hey, Sally, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
What part are you? I'm gathering. Are you in the Smyrna area?
Yes, I'm actually in right in the middle of Smyrna in the Woodmont subdivision. It's a huge subdivision. I bet it's split. Probably the district may be split because it's a huge subdivision.
What have you seen out there? What do you think?
You mean like as far as how things are going?
Yeah, have you seen? I mean, from the
felt
standpoint of something as simple as signage, as people being more engaged from the
HOAs
Democratic.
won't allow it. Yeah, so I mean, I think it's hard to go by signs because the HOAs won't allow it. I do
right,
know
yes.
that people did not attack Angela when she posted on the neighborhood Facebook page that she was running, and so I didn't see the vitriol there that you could possibly see. But I've never lived in a neighborhood where they've allowed the campaign signs. I do have a property in Smithville, Tennessee. The signs are everywhere up there. And so what I see up there is still, I would say, a lot more support for the people that are in office and the good old Republican, country people up there. But I don't know here, and I don't talk to my neighbors enough about it, to understand what they're thinking as far as how they're going to vote for, especially at a local level. On
I think if I can comment on what you're talking about, the signage, it's from, again, mine is majority of my turf, as they would say, is in the Laverne area, and there is if you notice if you come down Murfreesboro Road, there is a drastic increase from the limited amount that is in Laverne into Smyrna, and then in Murfreesboro, how much they're somewhat more lenient as far as being able to put out your signs, being able to put them out, and that makes a difference from the ability to get your name out there, or at least people are seeing your name and want to go look for your name. And that's one of those things that I've been having to kind of push up against. But it's the ability to get a starting point for somebody to go look for their candidate. And I've seen it some, I think there's a little bit more access in Smyrna than there is Laverne. But Murfreesboro, I appreciate it. I'm almost thought about putting my signs out up here and tell people come up, drive up here and look. But but it is I appreciate what you're doing for the Democratic Party. And if you ever want to help, feel free to come on over there in Laverne, and you can help out all day.
Yeah, I'd love to do it, especially on election days and closer to the election. And I'll tell you, I think what made a difference for a lot of people is the mailers at the last minute. Those last minute mailers pushed somebody over the edge, I think, at one point that was running against Mike Sparks. What was his name? Chris something, I think.
Chris Mayer.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Have you seen an increase in social media?
A little bit, yes, and I don't stay on there a whole lot.
I got you. Okay.
Sally, it sounds like you have an unhappy puppy.
Somebody wants to go outside.
Two of them, and one of them needs a home. If anybody on here is listening.
No, okay, no.
I like to help people, but I can't help that much.
Sally,
right,
thank you so much.
Night,
Hey,
okay?
I'll be talking to you. Same to you. Bye-bye.
All right,
Thank you, Sally.
Bye-bye. Sally Davis Franklin. Okay, we're going to go to our last break if we can. Connor, if it's all right. And we'll be back with Jeff Crum, who's running and asking and wants your vote in District 5 right here for Rutherford County Commission. Back with you right after this. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. If you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
And I want to tell you about a great friend of ours, J. Mullins Jewelers. They've been in this county for going on 100 years now. And their new location is 1640 Memorial Boulevard, right here in Murfreesboro. Jewelry for any and all occasions, weddings, birthdays, of course, all holidays, Christmas and everything, getting real busy around the Christmas holidays. Check them out at 1640 Memorial Boulevard, right here in Murfreesboro. You know, J. Mullins Jewelers. Can't beat it. Hello, everyone. It's Ed with Private Investigations in Middle Tennessee. You know, if you just need someone checked out on a background check, tag them a run, or if you need someone full-fledged to follow, give us a call. You can reach me at 615-390-7219. That's 615-390-7219. Or check out our website at piofmt.com. That's piofmt.com.
I felt so alone, scared, angry, full of self-pity. I just wanted to die, so I took another drink. Then I heard about AA and went to my first meeting. The people there talked about those same feelings. I was no longer alone. They gave me help to stop drinking and hope to start living. Alcoholics Anonymous, it works. Look us up. Check your phone book, newspaper, or AA.org.
All right, and we are back with Jeff Crum, and we have a caller on the line. Go ahead, caller.
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sorry about that, guys. Having a bit of a connection problem. Hey, Ed. Hey, Jeff. This is Greg. I'm actually calling to see if you think with what's going on the national level is what's going to open up a chance for more Democrat representation here in Rutherford County. And the second part, former code officer here, HOAs can't prohibit political or religious signs. Anyway, that would be my first question. Democrat.
Oh, they can't?
They cannot.
Really?
Really?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Uh-oh.
Violation of your First Amendment right.
Ho-ho. Well, Greg, what county? You're here in Rutherford County?
Yes, sir. District 7.
Get his address, Jeff. We're going to go see him as soon as we leave here.
Yeah.
That is a very good point. I did not know. No, of course I wouldn't know. I'm not out there campaigning. But they cannot do that.
They cannot do it. And I actually consulted with different cities in Texas was my original location.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And I put 3 code departments together there. And it was a point of contention. But like I said, a few people actually sued and lost. And HOAs paid a lot of money for that. So they do have to have their signs removed, just like the candidate has to remove it from, property, blah, blah, blah. But you cannot not have a political sign out there.
So the HOA can't overrule that?
They cannot. HOA restrictions cannot be more strict than what the city enforces.
I'll be doggone.
I do. That's
Greg. Thank you.
Yes, sir. I need to let all my fellow candidates know
I agree.
that.
I would have. I'd never.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you very much.
And Greg, you say you're in District 7. So who's running in your? Do you know who's running in your? I guess you do.
I believe is it Kate Beth and Michael Kushner or something like that.
It's Kushner.
Michael Kush.
Kush.
Kush is the Republican, and I think Katie Beth is the...
Katie Beth Thomas. Katie Beth. Oh, yeah,
okay,
Katie. She's been up here. Yeah. Yes. She's a fine gal. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. She's a worker.
I've had a little bit of interaction with the commissioners. I tried to apply to be on the board for code enforcement, but I didn't qualify because I actually had experience in
well, we don't want anybody that knows what they're doing, Greg.
Exactly.
Why do you think I'm here at WGNS?
Why do you think I listen to you?
Greg, I thank you. Am I a friend with you on Facebook?
Yes, you are.
Good.
I think he was asking about the national how we are in relationship, what's going to be as far as local.
Right.
I'm going to be honest with you. Greg, I don't know if the national, what's going on nationally is going to be as much as what's going on from the state perspective. And I think that there is some, more than people think, that especially within the Republican primary that's going on right now, I think it's going to become a little bit more heated than what people were thinking. And I think there's the front runner is under pretty much attack, and also I think the other two that are running have some momentum. So from a turnout standpoint, as far as the polls, I think that might be a factor. And if it does, what we want is people to turn out. And the Democratic candidate, the Jerry Green, out of Memphis, I think she's becoming formidable, and she's becoming a force. And it comes down to the idea on the Republican Party, what's going to happen? Are they going to implode and they're all going to go their own way? Or are they going to, stay the line with the front runner? But I don't know if the national aspect of it, other than how people feel about our current president, if they want to go out and vote against what's they think they can from the Democratic side. I think that could be great for us if they do that. But I'm just under the contention that I think that the state level right now, and also what's going on congressionally with the new gerrymandered Congress.
And it may come back to bite them.
Oh, I already think it's going to come back to bite them.
I hope it does.
And I think that Democrats have got some strong contenders in each one of those. And the Republicans have some guys who have had some issues, as they would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and especially in two of those three.
Right.
And
exactly.
and it's one of those things that there is an opportunity there that the Republican Party, when they gerrymandered that, they thought, oh, this is a slam dunk, and it has come back to bite them.
I hope it does. I hope it does. I mean, they've got part of our, what is it, Greg? They've got part of our district now in another
Memphis.
Well, if you look at that, if you look at what I looked at from the Jerry, I don't know who drew the lines. Maybe somebody closed their eyes and did it, but you have to think about how hard it is. And I actually talked to somebody about how hard it is to campaign in that. Because it is a north to south, narrow, all of them. It's a north to south type campaign that you have to go to multiple counties, and you really can't have a central location. That what you're doing is you're kind of traveling up the pipeline, and for both parties. I mean, it's a tough campaign with regard to, because the media sometimes doesn't overlap in those areas. So you're having to you're having to use other media at each different county, that sort of thing, in the small, and then television stations. You got to think you don't get the same sometimes in the southern part of the state as you do in the northern, especially in West Tennessee.
Right.
And so there's factors there that I don't think they considered that when they took their crayon and did what they did.
Greg, anything else? Please go ahead.
The main reason I asked, I worked the election in 24, both early and end in November in 24, and I'm doing it again this year. And this year, the turnout, at least from what I'm noticing on the Democratic side, are a lot of questions. And I'm not really allowed to get into anything as a poll worker.
Sure.
But a lot of people, hey, there's, I'm seeing that a couple districts had multiple candidates, and people were talking about it, and I thought, this is totally different than in 24. Nobody asked anything. Nobody mentioned anything. Nobody said, hey, what can we do? Of course, again, I can't respond to any of that. But it seemed like maybe things are starting to change a little bit to where, there's at least people looking at, well, let's see what the Democrats actually have to offer. I mean, we're getting gravel stew as it is. Maybe we can do better.
well, my job as a candidate is to get out there and let people know that there is a Democratic individual on the ballot in District 5, and I think that for all my the individuals that we're all running, that is our job, to get out there and let people know. And they'll tell you kind of across the board sometimes when you knock on the door and they go, oh, I didn't know a Democrat was running. And that is our main job, just to let them know and go out and let them have a purpose to go to the poll.
Exactly. Greg, anything else?
No, sir. I appreciate all the time and enjoy
No.
listening to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you,
We
Greg.
appreciate
Thank you for
it.
enlightening us on that
Thank
code
you very
situation.
much. I'll be talking to you.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure enough.
Thank you,
Thank
Greg.
you.
See you. We learned something tonight because I did not know.
did
The
not either.
HOAs. I figured they rule the roost, but maybe not.
Well, they do rule the roost. I have they rule the roost, but it is. I
Well,
did not
some of
know
that is running on false pretense that why is that? Well, it's just the way it's always been. Well, that's good and fine, but
and I think there's you have sometimes two different kind of HOAs. You have the HOAs that are influenced by the management company that is
Right.
working
Yeah.
there. Then you have
Yeah.
some areas, and I lived in one in Davidson County when I lived in Davidson County, it was an established HOA without really a management group, but there were individuals that sometimes they'd walk through your backyard because they didn't have any, they really didn't have anything else to do during the day.
I think a lot of that. Go ahead. I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Joe.
no, and they were better than the police. I mean, and
right.
If you had a screen out of a window, they would let you know you need to put that screen back in the window.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's fine, and that's the nosy neighbor I'm talking about.
Yes, sir.
But
I didn't know how
you
to
go out
phrase
there
that,
and you've
but,
got, but you put a sign, vote for Jeff. And you're not supposed to have that sign out here. You'll need to go get an attorney.
There you yes, there you go.
Then you better go get an attorney. And Greg has enlightened me. I had no idea. I figured you guys,
I did not know that.
They're running a bluff on some of that.
There you go. I did not know that.
I think we've got another caller. Caller, go ahead. You've got only a couple minutes, but go ahead, please.
Well, it's worth it. Hey, this is Kathy Watts.
Who? Who is this?
Kathy Watts.
How do you spell
Kathy
that?
Watts,
Who is that?
Rutherford County Commission candidate, District 16. But I don't have much time, so I want to tell you about the Tennessee Freedom of Speech Act.
Okay.
During the period beginning 60 days before the first day of voting begins for an election, until the first day after voting ends, nobody, the state, the local government, no HOA can prohibit you from putting a sign up. They can say how big it is. They can say how many you can have, but they have to let you have one. I had to fight my HOA for this, and they finally said, okay, but you got to put it in your garden. And I said, all right. I quit fighting, put my sign up in the garden. But it is allowed. People will tell you all the time, my HOA won't let me. Well, it's the law. They have
What if you have your garden in your front yard, Kathy?
There you go. That's right.
me, my garden is in the front yard. It's my flower garden.
Okay, good. That's fine.
Kathy
That's
is
good.
Kathy is a world of knowledge.
But
She
they
is.
said no.
Yeah.
She's very informative. I'm not.
Yeah, they were having a Democrat convention, turned on TV, and there she was. I didn't tune in to see this. I can see her anytime.
Well, I was going to call earlier, but I decided to let Jeff talk, and then he got 3 calls. So what do I know? But anyway, I'm really glad that he's running. I encouraged him to run, and I'm really glad that he has more time to put into it this time, and it's a much smaller race. So he has a really good chance of winning, actually. District 5's pretty blue.
Right.
It is.
Kathy, I want to thank you. I appreciate you and the help. And by the way, we were talking through text because I was looking. I wait till late in the week to get a gas, and I go to my go-to source, and it's Kathy. I got to tell you, even though she's running herself.
Oh, that's right.
She was up here last week, and trying to get all you guys on as much as we can. But she is Kathy. You're something.
Kathy's super. She's a very smart lady. Y'all need to go vote for Kathy.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Kathy,
If you're in my
anything else?
district, vote for me. If you're in Jeff's district, vote for him.
Thank
if
you
you're
so
in
much.
some other district, vote for them.
That's
Vote
exactly
for
right.
Blue.
Go vote. That's
Kathy
what we want.
Watts.
Early voting Friday. Early voting Friday.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Okay.
Kathy.
Okay.
Kathy Watts,
All right.
District 16.
Good night.
Jeff Crum, thank you. Good night, babe. Jeff Crum, District 5. And that's down around the Laverne Smyrna area.
It is, and I appreciate
Right.
you very much for having me
No,
on here.
thank
Ed.
you.
Thank you. Enjoyed the conversation.
Appreciate it. Connor, thank you. And I'll tell you what, till next Sunday at 8 o'clock. That's something going on through the middle of the week. That's fine. But till then, I'll catch you down the road. Good night.